Okay, we're down here at Pullman Yards today, and we're going to set up a couple of PTZs for OAV. They've got an event coming up, and let me show you what I got going on. We got the old van out, and I'm setting up some PTZs that we're going to use our fly rig to hang on a pipe from the truss so that we can keep the cables away from the floors on this particular show. So as you can see, I'm using the van as a workshop, and we've got our PTZs. We're using our PTZ Optics Move 4Ks today, and then we're setting up our fly rig onto those, and then we're going to use hardwired today, Ethernet, and HDMI Fiber. So I'll introduce you to some of that. Stay tuned. Okay, so what we're doing now is we're hanging a piece of pipe that we're going to put our PTZs on, and we're using some cheese barrels to secure that pipe to a T-truss, and that T-truss is going to be our delay screen for the room with a rear projection. We're going to run some SDI, we're going to run some HDMI Fiber, 300 feet of it and 300 feet of Ethernet. Okay, so this cable is going to fly, as we call flies. We're going to making a cable pick. Even though this looks like a mess, this will actually go up into the air. So we have our fiber cable, we have our Ethernet cable, we're running light cable, which is DMX. We're running light control cable, DMX. We're running audio down the line. And this is going to be close to, we're using 300 feet. It's just probably just a little short of it. 300 feet, about 220 feet when you calculate the height of which it has to fly, which would probably be about 30 feet up. So with the excess cable, that gives you what you need to get in the air. So now we'll come up here and we're on to the pick. This cable pick right here comes down on this T-truss, which is going to be our delay screen for the rear part of this room. And you can see we've got our PTZs already rigged, operational and working. We're using cantilever arms on a piece of steel pipe, all safetied off onto the truss. And that, my friends, is basically a fly rig, PTZ rig. We're using two PTZ Optics 4K Move NDI HX cameras 4K. We're only running 1080p today though. Alright, there you have it. Okay, so one of the tools that I use when I use HDMI Fiber is I use the SplitterBox. SplitterBox actually is a HDMI Video Hub with 4 inputs and 16 outputs basically. And what that does is it sends the 5 volts of power that HDMI needs in long runs and we're running over 300 feet today, so this is going to power that HDMI cable. So the way it works is you take your outputs from the V160 and you run it into the splitter box over here, and you'll see, then you can split that out. 4 inputs and 16 outputs on this side. Because they're being powered, we also have a power source, power bank, and a meter, which will tell us how much power is being used on each spigot. Those are 1 in, 4 out HDMI 4K splitters, all into this new case that I've created for signal runs, and that'll take you to where you can have a 300-foot signal with 18 gigabits per second. That's pretty good. So it's at the speed of light, and that's fiber optic HDMI.